Hello, here we are in the middle of Derbyshire in the Peak District. It is November, a couple of days now past Halloween. Just completed another project. On this project, the customers actually installed the panels and the mounting kit. We supplied that for them, so we wanted to bring the costs down. They ran the armoured cables in, did the trench work, etc. So we've got 10 455 watt panels here. And the customer already had over here 24 265 watt panels. I think they got these secondhand from somewhere, but you can see they've used like a scaffold installation for the mounting system. We've obviously done the finished wiring on the panels there and put some nice little DC isolators in on some posts so you can isolate the panels. Over here, obviously you just see behind that lovely little cottage there. That is where the equipment's powering, coming into the shed. Again, my customer built a lovely little shed. Obviously in the UK we recommend a nice insulated shed to keep the batteries nice and warm. As we come into this little shed, the moment we're using the customers are using 200 watts and we're generating around 700. Again, you can isolate the panels from this end as well as the array end. This is a RS200 Victron solar controller, so it will take 4 individual arrays of panels, so they could add another array of panels if they so choose. Obviously, you've got the trunking, hiding all the cables. Here, your links distributors with mega fuses. So this is fused, that's fused, and every 2 batteries in the box here are fused. This is a 15 kVA multi+2 Victron. So this will give you 12,000 watts of continuous power output. We've also put a nice little switch in with a little, what do you call it now, a bulkhead light. Yeah, it's the bulkhead light. We put them a little fuse board in as well. So obviously you got one for lights, one for sockets. The socket down here, this is for a little electrical tube heater which sits on this side. So it just keeps the batteries nice and warm in the winter. Again, in the corner over here, we've got a fuse switch disconnector. So basically a fuse switch disconnector in layman's terms is there's a fuse inside which protects the cable. Disconnector means you've got a switch and that will isolate and disconnect the power going from the shed to the cottage. That's it. Again, here's the generator at Cottage. You've got your auto stop signal cable which goes into the generator. You've got your SY braided cable which is a multi-stranded cable which gives a much higher current than armoured. Goes into a commando socket. And on the other side, try not to trip over, Lee. On the other side we've got that's what you call a deep sea relay unit. So the signal is sent from this cable into there to turn the generator on and off should the system so choose to bring it on. Set it whatever battery conditions you've preset.
So we asked Lee from Off-Grid Installer to come and give us a hand with our project. It really worked for us because we were able to do a lot of the groundworks ourselves, which we were capable of doing. And that helped massively reduce our costs, which was really important to us, having been let down by some other folks before. The quality of equipment and the quality of the communication from Off-Grid Installer was brilliant. We always knew where we were at, what was going to happen when. Everything arrived on time and well packaged, and the commissioning of the system has been seamless. For 6 months we've lived in a house with no power, without running a large diesel generator and having to cross the garden at night to switch it off. It's just been a revelation. The staff were fantastic, courteous, brilliant with our children, very understanding of the situation we were in. So all in, we're really impressed with the quality of service we've received.
Yeah, it's been really good, and I can tell you're going to be really upset of not having to walk across the garden in the cold at night to turn the generator off. But yeah, in all seriousness, it's brilliant. The systems works perfectly, and like Tom said, everything, all the communication was great right from the beginning when I first got in touch with Off-Grid Installer, in the hope of trying to find somebody that could help. They could, and they have, and it's working great. so far, so which is really good. And with off-grid installer, you get the pre-sales, the help, during the job, and the after-sales as well, which is always good with a system that I don't understand myself. So that will be really helpful going forward.
Yeah, I think from our experience, anybody can go on the internet, call themselves an expert, but it turns out there are very few experts. The off-grid installer is definitely one of them. So big thank you from us to Lee and his team.
Yeah. Thank you.